last issue on Scroll Saw video. Today we have Dirk Boelman, excuse me, and his wife Karen from Wisconsin, the middle part of Wisconsin. They're down here in Atlanta this weekend working with P.S. Woods, demoing the scroll saw and the bandsaw for Barbara Peters, which is the owner of P.S. Woods. Dirk, I'd like to introduce you to my audience.
Great. Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
And his wife Karen.
Hi.
Dirk, you have a picnic coming up in April?
August.
August?
Yes.
I think we started with an A.
August 6th and 7th.
Tell the world about your picnic, and this will be some advertising for you.
Well, great. Well, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, we're having a picnic in Richland Center, Wisconsin. It's August 6th and 7th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. And we have lots of seminars and classes that we invite folks to come to. We have a website where we list all of our information. We really like folks to take a look at it. And it's MidwestTradeShow.com. And it's just a show that's entirely for scroll saw folks and intarsia lovers and anybody that makes little fine sawdust, I guess. And we'd really like to invite everyone to come. It's just a great chance to visit with folks with the same interest and see some beautiful work and get inspired to try different things. And we always invite people to bring some of their projects and put them out. It's great to see how 3 or 4 people might make a project differently. You know, it makes us all want to try different materials and just experiment, and it's just a great opportunity to talk with people about scroll sawing.
Karen, if you don't mind, I'd like to give a quick advertisement about your website and how y'all got introduced to scroll sawing and the general population.
Let's see, how did we get started? I don't know. We started 20-some years ago. Dirk started drawing patterns, and it just kind of snowballed from there. He kind of got hooked on it, and then got me started sawing too. And so, I don't know, we just fell in love with the hobby, and so it was just kind of a natural progression, I guess. The website, we just got it started for the picnic, and it's a good place for people to go to find the up-to-date information on it, and find out which classes we're offering and that kind of stuff.
Well, I know back in the early 90s, the two of you, along with Patrick Spillman and John Nelson, helped start the surge again in the popularity of scroll sawing. Excuse me. A frog in my throat, the dust in there. You helped restart the interest in scroll saw again in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Why did you do that?
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that?
Well, I'll just say that I had a real job at one time. Anyway, I had an opportunity to see some old scroll sawing clocks that were made in the 1800s, and I ran across Pat Spillman. Pat had been a shop teacher. He taught woodworking class up in northern Wisconsin, and he wanted to do a book on scroll sawing. And so Pat was a hands-on guy, and he knew all the methodology of sawing and that sort of thing, but he wasn't an artist. And so he was looking for an artist, and because I had left my job, I was looking for work. Anyway, so we got talking, and Pat asked me if I'd be interested in drawing some patterns for a book. Wanted to do, and he went to actually the Library of Congress and started researching fretwork, and we found a lot of old patterns from Germany and other places in Europe, and so we started working on those, and I thought, boy, these are really nice, and I just really fell in love with that type of work, and did some cutting myself, and I thought, this is really cool. I bet I could design some things myself. So we just got really just hooked on it, I guess, like all of us do. So anyway, that's where it started, and 20-some years later, here we are. We haven't starved. We're doing what we love, and we always say scroll saws are the nicest people in the world, and we travel around and we just talk to thousands of people all over, and it's a great life. So,
I promised to keep this short, so we'll go ask one more question. Okay. This is for Karen. Could you promote the books that you have and the magazines and who you write for?
Okay, sure. Yeah, we do a lot of work with Creative Woodworks and Crafts. We try, I should say, to do 2 projects each magazine, but sometimes we get a little busy, and so sometimes we're not in there as much as we like. But we do quite a bit of work with Creative Woodworks and Crafts. and
Sorry, Robert.
Sorry.
Scrollsaw.
And Scrollsaw Woodworking and Crafts, and also Dirk has
How you
a
doing,
couple
Barbara?
books out, decorative and ornamental Scrollsaw patterning book, and first time scroll sawing. Yeah.
Right. And recently, we're trying to always promote scroll sawing, so now Woodcraft magazine is, an interest, and so we've started doing more and more scroll saw projects for Woodcraft magazine, and hope to continue that because we just, want to make a bigger splash, I guess, and get more folks interested in scroll sawing. Lots of woodworkers have scroll saws, right, and they have them in the background. They don't do a lot with them. We want them to get them out and see what they can do with them.
Great. I appreciate your time.
Hey, great, Carl.
And you'll be on my website very shortly, within the next week or so.
Sounds
And I
great.
hope you go look at it.
All right, we sure will.
That's it for this issue of Scroll Saw Video. Appreciate you coming. Thank you.